Hi and welcome. Today we're talking critique partners. Don't find a critique partner without hearing this first. The show is brought to you by the Your Family Story system, which is everything you need to know to help a loved one tell their life story. And I've got some free sections to this coming up, so stay tuned. Hello, if this is the first time you've come across Forever Young Autobiographies, it's where we learn to write life stories so that unique memories will live on for future generations. I'd be thrilled if you could follow, subscribe or like the show. So a few years ago, I used to do a lot of ocean swimming, and this involves getting up pretty early and swimming across a bay behind the beach break. I could have done this alone, but I chose not to because I would probably be imagining sharks out the corner of my eye. My imagination would be running away with me. So I buddied up and I loved doing these swims. And it's a little bit about starting to write or doing a writing project, a life story writing project such as an autobiography, a memoir or a biography. It can put you on edge a little bit, and sometimes it's great to buddy up so you can take that plunge and you can keep going. So today's topic is all about critique partners or writing buddies. So we're going to kick it off with what exactly is a critique partner. So they're a fellow writer and you swap your work for feedback and encouragement. Usually you're in the same genre, so life story writing, and you have a similar audience or a similar type of reader in mind. It's helpful if you are at the same writing level or a little bit further along so you can help push each other with your writing. Some people have more than one critique partner. They each have their strengths or their specialties and they work together with you on your project. Now, critique partners are not co-writers. They're not going to write for you, and they're not beta readers. So people who are going to read a very finished manuscript or project. So they're not just readers. And by all means, you don't need to have a critique partner, but people who do have them, sometimes they create this really strong bond. They become long-term friends. So there's a lot to be said for having a critique partner. So let's drill down a little bit about why they're so great, why are they so helpful. So the first thing is they're going to be able to get a fresh perspective on your work that you just can't get, and they're going to show you ways to improve. So that's very valuable. Second is a bit of accountability. They're going to, be there to bounce the ideas off and to hold you, to swap work. They're going to make you progress with your writing so that you're chipping away at your dreams and your writing goals. So accountability is very important. The third thing is that they're going to be a great source of encouragement and motivation, help you increase your writing skill and your writing mindset, which is key. Now, this is a partnership. We must stress that. So you're going to be getting all these benefits from your critique partner, but it's a two-way street. So you're going to have to do to them what they are doing for you. So always keep that in mind. So how do we start becoming a critique partner with someone? What's the steps? Firstly, you need to make sure you have your expectations out there, that you know what they want and they know what you want. So this could be, for example, maybe you need some ideas. You're in that planning stage of your writing. Or you want a big picture perspective on your story, what's going on in your chapters. Or you're going to be focused. You want feedback on sentence structure or word choice. Or perhaps you might want a proofreader. Okay, so there's lots of different expectations that could come with this partnership. Then you're going to probably think, okay, what are we going to swap? Are we going to swap pages? Are we going to swap chapters, sections, or whole manuscripts or projects? And how often are we going to do this? Is it going to be a daily contact? Or are we going to do it weekly, fortnightly, or monthly? Okay, there's some decisions to be made there. And importantly, how are you going to give this feedback? You might be able to sit down one-on-one with them. That would be fantastic. Otherwise, you could do it by phone or video call, perhaps email or some other creative idea. Now, I do want to stress that you probably want to start with a trial with your partner just to make sure everything's, going along smoothly, and you can reassess that partnership to make sure, it's mutually beneficial. Now, there's some considerations with this partnership because critique partners and writing buddies, it is a little bit like dating. No critique partners are created equal, but I think it's really important to focus on finding a critique partner and becoming or being yourself one who is above all respectful. We must be respectful with each other's stories and our writing. We're also going to want to be truthful. There's no point getting feedback if you're not saying what you really mean, but stress, you must do this in a compassionate way and be helpful. That's what this partnership is about, and being positive, and finally punctual. If you've put in the work and given some feedback for someone's writing, you want to get it back too. So be punctual with your replies, and that's going to keep it a very strong, fruitful partnership. Now, if you are convinced I'm going to try this, I'm going to look for a critique partner. Where are you going to do that? How are you going to find one? Now, I would suggest starting close to home. So it could be friends or family. They must be writers, of course. We only want writers here. So if you can find someone there, that's fantastic. Makes it really easy. Otherwise, look around in your community or your town. You could try your library, your bookshop. Perhaps there's a writing group or a workshop, even a writing conference or festival. There's lots of people there that you could possibly link up with for a writing buddy. If you're looking for more, or that's not a particularly fruitful avenue, then you can head online. There's lots of websites, there's lots of places on social media, and also notice boards online where you'll be able to connect. Now, I've had a look online. I've come up with some 3 suggestions actually. There was a website, Critique Circle, then I found a Facebook group and also a Google group. So there's lots of ideas. These were active ones at the time, and I've got links for all of those over at my website. There's a whole article on this topic. If you go to foreveryoungautobiographies.com/critique partner, you can find out a whole heap more, and you can check out those links. So to recap, we have talked about what is a critique partner, why do we need them, how do we become a critique partner, and then places to find one. So I think it's really worth pausing to think, look, this is about helping other writers and you will be rewarded for it. So I'm hopeful that you will give it a try. Like I said, everything's over at the website. That address again is foreveryoungautobiographies.com/critique partner. And leave me a comment. Are you looking for a critique partner? Let us know in the comments at the end of that article, or you can always send me an email, foreveryoungautobiographies.com/contact. You never know who you might be able to connect with through me. So earlier I mentioned the Your Family Stories system, and this is the free sections I have for that. You can get that at foreveryoungautobiographies.com/free. So the system is a step-by-step process of sitting down with a loved one and interviewing them and compiling their life story. So I've done this for decades as a journalist. I've given you all the inside information on how to do this yourself, and you can get the free sections for that. So it's really easy. Go to foreveryoungautobiographies.com/free. Before I go, I want to remind you, I'm thrilled if you're following, subscribing and liking the show. Recommend it to a friend who you might think will find it valuable, and also have a look for me online on the Facebook page. So I'll be back again really soon with another topic. So until then, everyone, happy writing.